Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Guyanese Spotlight Show. I'm your host, Wazim. I should say welcome back. It's been about a month and a half I've been off. So it's April. It's the 1st of April, 2026, Wednesday night. You know what we say in Guyana? It's All Fool's Day, or we refer to it as April Fools over here. This is no joke. This is some serious stuff we got going on tonight. But we're going to make it fun. As advertised on the page, I have a special guest with me tonight. I have Mr. Ashmeed Khan. He's from Guyana originally, residing in Ajax, Ontario. He's done a lot of great things in his life since leaving Guyana way back when, but I'm going to get him to do that introduction. But just before I put him on, I got to welcome everyone on YouTube, on our Facebook page, the Guyanese Own Business page on Facebook. Thank you as always for supporting us there. And for those of you joining on YouTube, as always, thank you so much for following us on the Guyanese Spotlight Show. If it's your first time watching, please drop a comment. Let me know where you're watching from, who you're watching with. And without any further ado, I'm going to bring on the man of the hour, Mr. Ashmeed Khan from Ajax, Ontario. And Ashmeed, welcome to the show.
Thank you, my friend. It's you sure we're on it because I know it's All Fools Day, right? So I don't know if
yeah,
me,
yeah.
Right?
We'll find out. We'll find out.
Good to see you back, brother. Welcome back. Welcome home.
Yeah, thank you, sir. And thank you so much. I know it's a busy time of the year for you, especially. We're going to get into everything, but it's a busy year. It's going to be a very busy year for you.
Yes. Very exciting. New things,
very
big
exciting.
Things are going on, yes.
Big things, as we say, big things are going on as I welcome all my Guyanese, beautiful Guyanese folks on YouTube and Facebook to this live stream, whether you're watching it at live right now. Please do drop a comment. Don't be a stranger. This is an interactive show. I'd love to hear or see where you're watching us from. And in the future, if you're watching us on a rerun, either on a YouTube channel or on Facebook, please drop a comment. We're speaking to Mr. Ashmeed Khan. You'll see in the description, I made some notes on his background, but who better to tell you about Ashmeed than Ashmeed? So Ashmeed, go ahead with a quick introduction to our viewers, please.
Okay, so my name is Ashmeed Khan, as Brother Wazim just said. Born and bred in Providence, Old Road, Guyana. Came to Canada in 2000, so it's been over 25 years. And I've been an entrepreneur since after high school. So it's been quite a treacherous journey. Well, we're at a stage now that we can look back at it. And, the old adage, it's never the destination, it's always the journey. So we get to reflect back on the journey. And, when the time allows, I'd love to share some of that with you. May it be an inspiration to our younger Guyanese folks.
And that's it. That's exactly what I'd love you to do during the next hour or so. And we're going to start off. You said you're from Old Road, Providence. You grew up in Guyana, obviously. Most of us did. We all probably came around the same time to Canada. Coming from Guyana, we're going to start off. I like to start off there. Just a little history on our guests and our Guyanese folks, right? We're coming to, this is all new to us when we just got to this country, or maybe in the US or the UK where all the Guyanese folks are watching. What were some of the initial challenges you faced when you just landed in beautiful Toronto?
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you for considering having me here. I know we've been talking about this over quite a few months, and
yes.
At least All Fool's Day was a good day too. Check this box. So first, thank you for considering me worthy of being on this show, and hopefully we can garner a lot of Guyanese inspiration and audience, and so we can encourage everyone together. And I need the encouragement as you do as well. I think I went to Central High. I graduated in 1986, and as soon as I got out of school at the tender age of 16. Was about to go to UG, and UG was free at that time, right?
Wow.
But my dad got very ill, and I had to go out to earn. So things, the old school fathers, they don't teach you nothing. They just expect you to take over or to do your thing. So I started buying and selling and do whatever I need to do to really just to get food on the table. And as time went forward, I got involved with printing and became a print broker. So I started selling print, and I was doing really well with that. But it got so I was taking in orders from all my network, my colleagues that I grew up with. And, a lot of rum shop deals is happening in Guyana, go Palm Court and wherever. That's where you close all your big deals. And I got pretty popular with the business. We were doing well. We got some nicely sized contracts, or customers, I should say. But my print broker couldn't keep up with me. So I started looking around, and I found an old place called Gomes and Associates, a print company. They closed down, and they were in storage. So I had no money. So I went and told, his name was Earl Gomes, and we're still in touch. This is in about 1992 time, around then. And I said, Earl, listen, man, I need a break. Like, you got your equipment stored up. Give me a shot at it. Give me a year to pay you all these millions of dollars you need, but give me a break to start. Give me the first month free at least. And we shook hands on that deal. He gave me a shot. I borrowed some money. I borrowed $2,000 from one of my cousins in Canada. $2,000 was a lot of money then, right?
I can imagine, yeah.
Yeah, it was like plenty of money in Guyana. And I took that money. I took my dad's garage and I cast back put concrete floor, and I brought in the old equipment, got a guy to service a couple of them. And then I was working day and night with my orders, learning to print, learning to cut, learning to number, collate, all the, the perforation when you tear the bills in Guyana? You know where you used to do them holes, Wazim? A Singer sewing machine.
Really?
You know, when you tear off a bill, the perforated holes, we use a Singer sewing machine. Like you hold it and you punch in holes, and you have to be very accurate with it. So we were doing all those things. I remember at my frame at the age of 22, I was like 125 pounds. I was working around the clock just to make things happen. So I was hungry. I'm not gonna kid you, right? But we paid off Gomes and Associates within half the time, and things started picking up. And I grew. I expanded the business. I got contracts with like Banks DIH, with all the gas stations, Texaco, Esso, Guy Oil. I used to print for King's Jewelry World. So that was big money. So we did well with that. And, but Guyana was well taken care of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The journey into Canada. So we decided to, I got married, had a few kids. And then if you remember in 2000, how tumultuous it became with they were burning down the city, and, and the beating, and, what was happening in Georgia. I don't want to put that on camera, but we went through a very hard time. So I packed up the family and we came. We landed in a little one-bedroom apartment at Markham and Lawrence, right, just to see what to do. And then we came to Ajax and we got a nice place. But it took me, because you had to get your driver's license, your OHIP, like, listen,
you start over, right? You started over with a family. That's
was the thing. When you come as a guest to Canada, you're a big buy. Everybody treats you like gold.
Yeah.
When you come back with your bundle, ain't nobody want to do with you. You're a liability now, right? So
from treating you like gold to being on your own, right?
Yes.
You gotta find everything. Yeah.
You gotta figure it out. So we came to Ajax, and I realized that the knowledge that I had in printing in Guyana was not applicable to Canada. It was below kindergarten. Because Guyana, listen, we only had white paper and cream paper, right? We only had red ink and blue ink and black ink. That's it, right? Wow. And when you want to do business cards, we had to buy file folders from Guyana National Trading and cut them file folders. Those yellow file folders. I'm looking for.
I know them. Yeah.
And if you notice, a lot of business cards used to be on cream stock back in the day.
Oh, that's why.
Everything was banned, right? You couldn't bring in nothing to. So you had white paper from national printers, and you had cream paper from the file. That was the only business cards, white. And so when you come here, and you come to Canada, and you start seeing the different kinds of paper and the kinds of inks and the presses, like, I have to go back to school.
Yeah. So
I look 4 years for a job. I'm really not employable because I'm from the streets of Georgetown. I could hustle, I could talk. We have to survive back home, right?
Yeah.
And I only got to go back to school when I came to Canada. I had to further my studies. I went to the States. I did business in Long Island. I went to college just to step up my game, just to have the paper, right? Mm-hmm. But what we did, I looked and looked. I tried to buy gas stations. I tried to buy plazas, everything. Nothing was, because what I realized, one thing, nobody sells anything that's making money, Wazim. Nobody sells.
What? Yeah.
If they're selling, something's wrong.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
you only buy. I'm just sharing this with our viewers that if you want to buy, just this is from hard-earned lessons, right? People only sell if they become a widow or a widower, or they're retiring. That's the only good times. Even then, you gotta take it with a pinch of salt. But nobody don't sell a flourishing business. It's they don't, unless you, from what I've learned so far, for those two reasons. So we looked around and I found a printing, because all I can do is print. I found a printing franchise, Minuteman Press. It's an international franchise.
Very famous printing franchise, yeah.
Yeah, it's the biggest in the world, actually. They have over 1,000 stores.
Wow.
Yeah, and I opened my first one I went to school, trained everything to learn to do printing and everything. And they spent like 2 weeks with the inks and learning to do everything, right? I was already a master at that. But at the third week, we went into the classroom, one day all suited up. And the trainer says, so you see all that stuff you did last week? We're like, yeah, we're good. He says, well, you'll never do that again. I'm like, what do you mean? He says, well, that's not your job. You're going to hire staff to do that for you. Your job, you're the face of the business and you're the salesperson for the business. You go out and sell. Nobody's waiting for you to open your doors to come in and give you print orders. You got to go door knocking.
Wow.
So it was a grind, you got a little ego and a little pride from Guyana. Now you're going out with your folder
knocking on doors. Pillow.
Yeah, you're begging for work.
And by the way, was this in the winter time?
No,
you started out this?
May 3rd was when we opened out.
Oh, okay.
You ain't got winter on site. You got to go.
You got to go out. You got to go door to door. Yeah.
And
that must have been tough.
Every 20 doors you knock on and give them your spiel, give them the whole kit, what you're doing, you might get one person to allow you to quote them, right? One. Being in 2000, 2004, 2006, they had people looking like me and you in Ajax, brother.
I can imagine.
When they see you, the nose turned up, and you were treated like,
man.
It was, and you come, and of course you come from Guyana, you got a little ego, but you buy a lot like Baji, right? Because
yeah.
You got to feed your family. You got to go up and do something. So it was quite difficult. But we started door knocking, and I remember my first month sale was $253, and my overheads were paying the lease, rent, staff was $15,000. The second month I did $2,000. By then I owed the bank $30,000. I'm in the red.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
a lot of folks would have quit right there and then. After those first, second month, you pushed through.
It's not pushed through, really, respectfully, I don't know how to do nothing else. That's what I don't. Yeah. I'm not an accountant. I don't have those GC, we call it, papers and stuff that go and show people. That's what I do. I'm a printer. This is the only thing I know. So quitting was never an option.
You had to make it work. You had to. You had no choice.
But it gives you that resilience, right? It does teach you a lot of things.
Builds you up, You
eat humble pie, you get strong. And before I know it, I think the Ajax store was the poster store for the whole franchise. That a guy that came from a third world country that landed into a community like Ajax that built, and we had record sales, right? Because I couldn't quit. I think a lot of us fail. Now that you brought that up, is because you have options. We didn't have options. And when door knocking, people loved us because you brought that humility to the job, right? Because you're humble. You need the business. You're in match. Back home we'd be matching egos. I got to flop you up. You gotta insult me. Yeah, who win?
Yes.
There's none of that here in Canada. So you really get to hone in your skills and your personal skills.
Yeah.
And I took training from books by Dale Carnegie. Like I spoke earlier. I'm in love with the method of the guy and his gentleness, his kindness, his giving back to the community. So I follow that with public speaking, and I got trained in all these things. After 2006, we opened. 2009, there was a Minuteman Press in Oshawa that was already 40 years old. They were retiring, making a lot of money. I bought them out. And we have those two stores. In 2012, Minuteman Press in Kingston, Ontario, retired. I bought them out. So I had 3 stores running, and then I bought a big property in Pickering, and I opened Minuteman Press Pickering. So we pretty much dominated Durham region, right? And it was doing really well. I think one of the things that through hardship, like not even being able to make payroll, the John Howard Society in Ajax, it's an organization that somewhat shelters and mentors kids with criminal backgrounds, like young
I've
people
heard about them. Yeah.
they've committed crimes, whatever, maybe
Okay.
simple as shoplifting to maybe murder. And these kids, Wazim, they don't have a break to go forward. I mean, you have a criminal record, so they're unemployable. And I realized that from the grind that I had coming up and nobody giving you a break, I wanted to do something for these kids. So I used to employ them because because I can't make payroll. The government used to give you back 6 weeks of salary for them if you take them under your belt. So I needed that. But these kids, I taught them, and as a father myself, I treated them like my own. I gave them, the respect and the responsibilities. Not all of them were happy endings, happy cases. Some were very, very tumultuous. So, but that helped me a lot. And our name, because of doing these things, I won the Business Excellence Award at the Ajax Pickering Board of Trade.
Excellent.
And then I became the Business Person of the Year. And these are, it really helps with business, right? But
yes.
Backing up one step, and I want to bring in the networking part. This is what we discussed earlier. The part of the Minuteman Press franchise, I think that franchise was $250,000 at that time for one of the franchises. But the franchise, the last page, you have to sign that you have to be a member of your local board of trade or your local chamber of commerce.
Oh, okay.
That was part of the contract. So you could, so I had to join it, and I meant it was only me looking like me in there, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
And they let you know that. They let you know that. They had
Really?
no comments
Really?
about it, right? So
you gotta have some thick skin to do that, man.
You got no options. You gotta put food on the table, right?
Yeah.
But what happened when I realized that I was the only person of diversity in there, I decided to do a big billboard and put Minuteman Press. I put my big face on the thing, and I said, proud member of the Ajax Pickering Board of Trade. And I put it right in front of my store. So people started like, hey, this man, you look like we. Like, let me go and see if what can happen. And I started pulling them in. Now, with that, they made me the chairman of the first diversity committee in Ajax, so of the Board of Trade. And I'm winging it all the time. And we started bringing in people, and we really started networking with people. And then I became a director, the first of the kind, a director of the Board of Trade.
First Guyanese director of Board of Trade.
First Guyanese.
Kudos. Yeah.
And I got re-elected. But what happened, and what the thing that we learned is that we grew because of the Board of Trade, right? We have a network of business leaders and business owners. So if I want something from John, I go to John directly, John's store. I don't go to John's employees. If John wants business cards tomorrow, he comes to Ash directly. So we have the owner-to-owner relationship. And then we started supporting each other. We started working together. And people do business with people they know, they love, they trust. And we grew together, and we all became successful. We stopped shopping around, because if I go into Wazim for his services, I know he's going to take care of me. I don't have to shop around. So you cut out all this waste, and then we all growing together. So remember this one thing from tonight: people do business with people they know, they trust, and they like, and they want to do owner to owner. So that was a networking aspect of it that I would encourage anybody, as scary as it may sound, go join your board of trade with whatever business you got, and you get a minute to talk to people. They have so many great programs that get you to interact with people, and you get the gift of gab eventually, because you gotta learn, right? Look, Guyanese got hustle. We got hustle more than anybody else. We just need
tell me about it. Yeah.
And I think sometimes I tell my friends that I think sometimes we were oppressed, because in Guyana, if you try to be different, they tantalize you. They belittle you. Hey, this is the thing we do to ourselves. I think we've been put in that mental position for so long. I don't want to call the name of that, but we've been put in that position so long. We don't think that we're good enough for anything, right? We
don't have the confidence in ourselves to branch out and be a leader and step away from the group and start something. Like you had to do it. A lot of us coming from Guyana and stepping into roles or industries that our kind weren't really popular. And we had to stand out. And I always tell people that. A lot of my guests, a lot of people in my career working, sometimes we have to work 10 times harder.
Yeah.
right?
We do.
And we've done it, we've experienced it. I'm happy you brought up Ashmeed. I'm happy you brought up networking. Networking with that, we're going to get back on track to where you're at the board of trade. I know we have something coming up this year. I'm going to touch on it briefly. We can't really speak about it yet until next month. It's officially we can speak about it. You're going to be in a race, a different kind of race. You want to
A
just
big race.
quick let us know, and then we're going to talk about this maybe in a month from now. We're going to have you on
Yeah.
for sure again.
So, which segues perfectly from being a director of the Board of Trade and being
Yes.
on the street and doing the door knocking for Minuteman Press and
Mhm.
trying to put food on the table. There was an election coming up in 2018, and I say, you know what? Let me try a thing. I don't know politics. I know people. I know where things needs to be done, and I had a really good footing, a platform on the Board of Trade as a director. And I went out with my family. We didn't know anything about politics. We went out, we door knocked till our fingers bled. And we, as a family, my kids are out there, my little 3-year-old daughter, they vote for my dad. And we won the elections. Like, we won the election. I was like, oh my goodness, I got go to work. So I went into office, and I learned on the job. I understand. This is the first time I have a job in my life. Like,
What year was this again? 2018?
This is 2018.
2018. Yeah.
2018. So, and then we went through the whole COVID year, the whole COVID era, and we had to make hard decisions and keep people safe, and and we were locked in a lot, right? It was a hard time to be a counselor, but it was also, it took a lot of toll on family values, and it was very, very hard, right? So there's an election coming up again this year, and the big seat might be available, and
Okay.
May 1st is when everybody puts in their intentions, and until then we'll address that and see where we go from there. All right. So
All right. Yeah.
there's opportunities, and listen, man, like I told you, my background, it's very meager, it's very humble, right? And if I can do it, we need to inspire our young people.
That's it exactly.
New ones, right?
That is it. And the name of this show and this segment, or these shows, are called the Guyanese Spotlight Show. It's spotlighting Guyanese entrepreneurs, Guyanese businessmen, Guyanese professionals, just as you just said, inspire the next generation coming up. We're all immigrants coming from, there might be a young Ashmeed watching this tonight, just arrived from Guyana, right? And thinking, oh my, a young Wazim, right? Arrive and thinking, oh man, this country is hard. I'm 10, 11 years old. What's going to happen? But listening to you now, and the stuff and the challenges that you went through and you overcame, and looking now, maybe next month we hear something for the big seat, and that's the mayoral race in Ajax.
Yeah.
And for the folks that are watching out of Canada, Ajax is one of the bigger cities, just located, what you would say, 35, 40 minutes east of Toronto?
20 minutes east of Toronto. Yeah.
I think you just drive a little fast, Ashmeed.
Yeah, not really, man. I'm a politician. I gotta behave myself on the road. Right?
Yes.
We're the most, Ajax is now 70% diversity, right? It's got a great, beautiful history from World War II. It started with 3,000 British people came in to do the bomb girls. You heard the bomb girls they were making. It's beautiful history. We'll talk about when we're talking about Ajax later on and the next time. But it's beautiful history. It's something to be very proud of. And the people who kept it together really kept it together. But then we all came, and 70% of diversity is here, and we do need representation. Like our own.
And what do you think for our West Indians, or especially our Guyanese and at large West Indian? What do you think is the percentage there? We've got a few hundred folks living there in Ajax, right? I know a few of them.
Like 20,000, to be quite honest.
20,000
West Indians.
West Indians in Ajax.
Our people.
Okay, we definitely got to get you on in May, June, July, however this thing is working. We got to talk. I want to see my people come out and support their own. We, as you mentioned, you've seen a lot. You've gone through a lot of struggles over here, and being minority when you first came, and probably the only one in rooms. And to be in this position today, I'm very proud of you. I must say congrats, and I'm sure Guyanese that are watching are proud of you too. To have a Guyanese in a position like this, coming from Guyana, growing up in Providence. We're in Providence, you said, Old Road?
Old Road by pasture.
Old Road.
A
by
co-pass,
pasture.
a back street. Yeah. By the coco.
Running, playing cricket barefoot, I assume.
Cricket. No, we used to take bicycle tire beat it with wood down the road.
Oh,
That
okay,
was
okay,
our
yes, yes.
that was our scooter, right? And play
All
card
right.
with your ORC
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
play marble, right?
And
That's
I'm proud of you, Ashmeed, and I'm
thank
sure
you.
my fellow Guyanese are very proud too. So I must say congrats, and I'm looking forward to these conversations in May and beyond May. Gather
So
support.
listen, have you no thank you. And listen, big worst case scenario, man, if we can inspire our youth,
Yes.
whatever denomination you come from, if we can show them, okay, maybe you missed out on certain educational processes, but you always
Hmm.
have a chance to come back and triple up on that, right? And it's not the end of the world, right? Like not everybody's computer. Like I see a lot of them. I got 5 kids. Not
Hmm.
all of them like computer. Some of them hands on. Like one of my
Yes.
sons, he's an HVAC technician. My daughter's a lawyer. The other one
Hmm.
is a Bitcoin master. The other one is a cybersecurity. My youngest daughter wants to be a hairdresser, right? So everybody's different, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I want to show kids not because you didn't get a chance to do the computer thing that's you're a failure. Like there's
Uh-huh.
opportunities, and you can talk to Uncle Ash and Uncle Wazim, and we can put you along the right path. And this is inspiration for our young people. Any
It is absolutely.
Canadians, Jamaicans, wherever you come from, right? We
Hmm.
want you guys are the leaders. We did our
Yeah,
thing, but
yeah.
we're still young enough to show the listen. We can make you do it as well, right? Whatever you want to do, right? And I
Yeah.
got some beautiful ideas. I'm gonna like initiatives that I'm gonna bring next month
Hmm.
era.
Okay.
But quick question: have you been
Mhm.
back home lately?
Last year, actually, I was back there for about 6 weeks in July, August. Actually, worked from there. I work remotely, so didn't schedule any travel plans with work. So I was home. As you know, my brother Rizwan is still there. I was actually just chatting with him. He might be watching on YouTube. He said he's going to check it out. He's a lawyer in Georgetown, so he
Yes.
said he's gonna check it out and say hi to you. So yeah, I spent some time there last July and August. I came back just before the big bridge opened up, or yeah,
Oh
the
yeah.
new bridge.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
a
Yes.
week before actually.
We
Yeah,
call the BJ Bridge. Is that what it's called?
I think so. I think so.
Yeah, Parajagdeo Bridge, right?
Bagger
Yeah.
Jagdeo Bridge. Yeah,
There you
yeah,
go.
yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
So
So your
yeah, it
brother
was
Rizwan has
beautiful.
been very, very kind to me. I met him, and this is
Okay.
how you and I met. He says, "Bro, my brother
Yes.
lives in Oshawa. Like, you got to meet up with him, right?" So
Yeah,
Rizwan has been.
yeah,
If you're watching, bro, hey, thank you for linking me up with this dude. He's awesome. And
yeah, yeah. He's if he's not watching now, I'm sure you'll watch it another time. He's a busy man. He's always on the go.
yeah, he's always busy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Going back, like to wrap that part up, I about 4 years ago, I decided like, listen, the business has done amazing for me. I focus my time on community now. I don't really have,
Hmm.
and my kids are not really interested in the business. My kids have their own, and it hurts because you grind and you build it, but there's hard work. You know what I mean? These
Yeah,
kids are
yeah,
much
yeah.
smarter, and I got to respect that. So
They work smarter these days. Yes.
they work smarter. We weren't that smart to do it. We did it the
Yeah,
hard
yeah,
way.
yeah.
So I sold the business, and with the money we got, I paid off for all the properties and everything. So I focused. I'm a landlord now. So for the last few
Hmm.
years, and I've been focusing on community. And you know that I'm this founder of a men's mental health organization,
Yes.
right? So all that's running on autopilot. So what I did, I decided to go out with my business partner to go back to Guyana to get my slice of the oil and gas money. So we pack
Mm.
up and we went to Guyana. So I went back to roots. We went back to see what we're gonna do.
I
And
see
it's
you're back
been
here in Canada, so this is going to be interesting. Go ahead. Let's see.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let's see what happened. Yeah, yeah.
This
Let's
was
see what happened.
we gave ourselves a few months to build something to get our slice.
Yes.
Listen, I want my slice of the pie. I go back. We
Everyone,
went
I
back
can't blame you. Yeah, yeah,
and I did enjoy it. It was very sweet. It was a good slice. Um
yeah.
I we started a business. It's called Asher Enterprise. And when
Mm.
we found a product in Canada, in a remote area in Canada factory, we dug and we did research, and they do liquid granite. So liquid granite is granite in a liquid form, and you pour it on your surface as long as it's prepared. And there's the tools that you apply it with. It's cheaper than tiles. It's cheaper than the labor for tiles, and it's durable. And you can take a coin when it's done, and if you scratch the coin on the finished product, the coin erodes. It's pretty much almost bulletproof. It's for trucks, for inside your patios, on steps, and that took off. Like, so we took a big shipment pre-tariff.
Yeah.
We took in a big shipment and hit the market with it, and it was great. It was great. So we did all the marketing, showed people, taught them how to do the applications, and we sold a lot of it. And then people started ordering by bulk, so we shipped directly to them, right?
Okay.
But what I just wanted to share with you, so we're talking about Guyana Business Spotlight, is that we still have product from the first shipment pre-tariff at pre-tariff pricing in our warehouse on the East Coast. So if anybody wants to do something really beautiful, and I think
I got a video. I'm going to just cue it up. I'm going to play the first minute of it. It's 60 seconds. So I'll just hit play, guys. And for those of you that are watching, this is some information. I'm going to gather more information from Ashmeed, and we're going to put it up on the page, how to purchase this stuff. But here's a quick intro video.
Ashara Enterprises introduces the beauty of speckled granite. With the strength of stone, our protective and decorative coating is not speckled paint.
It is an actual layer of rock that spreads on like butter and adds instant beauty and elegance to all kinds of existing surfaces, floor and wall. This real stone composition application can be completed within 24 to 48 hours. The visual effect is timeless and stunning, and will serve you wherever you live. Punishing summer heat, downpours of rain are all powerless against it. It can be used indoors and outdoors, on floors, walls, washrooms, patios, steps, veranda, driveways, garages, bottom houses, pool decks, factory floors, restaurant floors, to name a few.
So there it was. Just a quick minute, an intro on the product. Had some beautiful pictures and videos in there.
Hey, I didn't see anything,
You know what? Yeah, because I think I saw it. I know it was on because I'm monitoring all the different platforms. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Because I put you on. So once I played the video, you're off to the side. It was on. So what I did, because you didn't see it, I played the first minute of it. And once the email came up, I know there's another minute of the video. I'm going to post it up on our Guyanese owned business page on Facebook tomorrow. And get me some more information with contacts and that on a business card like type so I can share it with the community.
Yes.
That would be great.
For sure.
And Ashmeed, yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. And I got one thing for you.
Nothing. I was just babbling. You go ahead, please.
Okay. So just before we started, you mentioned networking and how networking work in your business. My challenge here, well, a lot of Guyanese folks challenge in North America, especially here in Toronto. We see other communities striving and working together. And you've probably seen it. You've been around. You're a lot in the public eyes. You're visiting a lot of different places. Let's say, for example, I'm just going to give one example. The Punjabi community in Brampton, they work together. They build a community. You go there, they all work together. They have this network that's happening. I'm trying to create that in our Guyanese community and a bit to the West Indian at large, but mainly focus on Guyanese. And just, we've seen Guyanese, a lot of people refer to us as crab in a barrel, kind of. That's the terminology, right? I see you're doing good, I want to do better than you. Oh, you got a new car, I want to get a better car. Hey, why is Ashmeed doing this? How come can he open a printing business over there, right? What's wrong? We want to get away from that way of thinking, and especially for our youths and the future, and work together and have our community and our businesses. That's why I created this page and our Facebook page years ago. We share random pictures and flyers and videos of different services and products within our community, not necessarily in Guyana, but here, for example, in the Greater Toronto area. What's one way you think we can work together and improve that and actually get that going, make it happen?
So again, there's the Board of Trades and the Chamber of Commerce, right? I've been to several Guyana events, but for some reasons, all seems politically based.
That's the problem. Yeah.
I want to dabble in Guyana politics, right? So I think And I know, I'm sure there's some, but for some reason, being a businessman, a Guyanese Canadian businessman, no, pose the question, why come I'm not invited to these things?
Mm.
Right? If there's any,
Yeah.
right? I know my partner, I
Yeah.
went to a few of them in Toronto, Sean Allen, this guy, he ran for office once. He had something going on. But maybe, why not? If this is what we're doing, let's get together some people. Let's like our properties, we could do a little trade
Yeah.
show, bring our Guyanese people, and maybe something we could do together for our people for free.
So,
You know?
I'll let you continue, but I just want to point this out. So May 17th, I know we spoke about this. I'm going to host the first kind of Guyanese entrepreneur expo type of show. My good friend at Wendy's Restaurant and Sports Bar in Scarborough, Faz,
Yeah.
has granted me permission to host it at his place. So it's not costing me anything. As you know, I just do this as my hobby and my spare time. So yeah, I couldn't afford to go get a hall and get all this stuff. So we have room. We have about 6 or 7 businesses that are going to be there. And I would love you to come by. We spoke about it and speak to the folks there. And we want to build on this. This is going to be our first. It's not going to be our last. It's hopefully it grows into something big and brighter. We always have these picnics and these dances and this and that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
building a network of business and like-minded individuals coming together with a purpose of expanding that and growing our community, right? What do you think? As you just mentioned, this is May 17th. I'll have more information on the page and on YouTube. So I'll put that up within this month.
So for what I think about is that for over 20 years, I've served on the boards in Canada, the business boards in Canada, from ambassador all the way to director. And I had to step down to run for political office, or I would have been the chair or president, because you step up, right? And it would have been a nice flex. But winning an election is a nicer feeling. I have the blueprint, Wazim, on how we can do this.
Okay.
And listen, these organizations make a lot of money that they gotta pay staff and they gotta pay a rent. Listen, we got property already. You're not paying no rent. So if you want to do this for our people, I would love to do this with you, because I do have a strong network. My business partner, she would come on board and has a lot of people there as well. We got a lot of, actually, we know a lot of business owners, right? Like owners from Baskin Robbins to Mary Brown's to everything. We get all these food people, so many realtors like Jay Bridgepal, and these guys are big in giving back, and Wazir Sharif. So many, come on, we know the same people, and they would love to come out to do something. Imagine I got like a 2-acre property field, like a big field, right? We could put up a trade show, right? Bring your own booth, and in the summertime, bring in some food trucks, and let's just have a good time and network together in our way with music. With music, the way we do things. In Guyana, they don't door knock. When it's campaign, it's a rally, it's music and
it's party. I was there in July and August when they're going hard at the rally and the party, and
they got good jingles to their campaigns, right? Like I said earlier, I did my business in Palm Court. That's how I started. That's all the networking you do in Guyana, right?
Yeah.
So and then here we got Rotary, we got like Ajax Sunrise, you got Lions, all these things. We have those in Guyana too. But some of us weren't exposed to it. Those were the elites, the directors of the banks in Guyana, the directors at banks, DIH, GBTI. Only these people were allowed to join these organizations here. And we can do this in a good way. We can bring in our people, and then we can also invite people that, like the directors from the Board of Trades and Chamber of Commerce, and get them to integrate. Sure, people what they can do. And the small man, the big man, them gonna be there, but we all get these small guys who don't care.
That's my goal. Yes.
Car detailing,
little mechanic. I got friends and business owners that tow cars for a living, tow truck companies.
Yes.
Right. The bakery, like Kim Sue from Norman Sue Bakery in Scarborough. Kim is always a big supporter of the community, and she's a big part of this. She'll feature big in this little event that I have going on May 17th. So we got a few others.
When my daughter got married 2 years ago, she said, "Daddy, I want your friend Kim to cater all the desserts in my wedding."
Oh, nice.
And Kim, she came, and she was a big part of it. Was Royal Ashburn, and she laid out all the pine tart and the cheese roll and
Oh,
tiny
yeah.
cake, and that's what my daughter wanted. Her husband is
Yes.
Moroccan. She wanted
Okay.
so yeah, Norma Sue catered the all, and she
The pastries,
herself
yeah.
came, and she was there, made sure everything was immaculate. And my
Wow.
last 2 campaigns, she catered as well. And
Okay.
what? She don't want to charge me, bro. Like that kind of money I got paid. She's like, can't
Yeah,
buy
yeah,
gas
yeah.
for her car. Like she's so generous, right? She's giving
She
so
is a very
much.
generous person. And we've got
Yes.
a lot of those, including yourself, in within our community. So you just got to bring them together, bring
Yes.
everyone together. Let's get this going. Let's get this rolling. The first one will be May. It's a little feeler. See how it's going to go. As you said, you've got a property in the summertime. Once it get nice, much
Yeah,
nicer, we can have something in the outdoors. Everyone comes with their table, their banner, their tent, and promote their businesses, right? And have a little party at the same time. Some little food and little music, and we have a good old
big party.
big party. Big
We don't do a
party.
little party. But
Yeah.
listening to you speak, it makes me realize that a lot of us, we work in a silo, in a selfish, I don't want to share this with Wazim because he can, no, we got to come out of that mentality. There's
Yes.
enough for everybody, right?
Uh-huh.
If we can get that notice out to everyone, listen, let's work together, right? We're stronger together, right? They say if
Yeah.
you want to walk fast, walk alone. If you want to walk strong, walk together. So
Mhm.
something like that,
You
right?
gotta, yeah,
We
yeah,
gotta do
yeah.
together, right?
No, I agree. Totally agree with that.
I'm liking this meeting. It's coming to, to bring some sort of direction to our community. Because, bro, we're Guyanese. We got the flavor, right?
Yeah, yeah.
We
We're
were
born
born
with it.
man.
We're born with it. We're born with it. We have it. We just gotta get and the support from the Guyanese community. Speaking, I always pose this question to every guest I have on this show since I've started. You've been in business. You're not in that right now, but how was the support specifically with Guyanese community? Did you get that support from our fellow Guyanese coming and doing printing? How was it? Be honest. I see you're shaking.
Nothing.
Nothing.
But again,
It's unfortunate.
When I came to, I focused on my community, right?
Mm.
We weren't many of us here,
Okay.
right? I did really well with the actual Canadians because I saw that love in them. They just wanted to see somebody working hard and honest and going above and beyond. I didn't think they saw my color after they gave me a crack at me proving myself. And
Usually
held
that's how it
myself
is.
in
Yeah.
high standards. So I think my friends sometimes say, "By use the whitest brown man I ever know." I heard that today, I was laughing, right? Because I think it's a compliment because you left Guyana, you left a third world country, you left a third world mentality, and you've been here for 25 years. You gotta pick up, right? And I'll tell you, when I went to Guyana and last year and I came back, I was never so happy to be Canadian in my life.
Oh yeah.
I was so happy to be. I missed being Canadian. I missed being home.
Yeah.
Right? This is the community that I owe so much to, and I've been giving back. But I want to give back on a bigger scale, and I want to share these things, right? Because I'm young enough to have achieved whatever the Almighty has promised and blessed me with, and now I can give this all back, right? So and just inspire our people. Now that we're talking about doing a trade show and getting, and then we gonna make money on this thing. Everything we got.
No. This is not. Yeah.
Give it to our people, right? The man who's the vacuuming car, the lady who's doing she clean up, and bring her out. Like give out her. Let's give your business cards out. Like
as you mentioned, the lady that's cooking. We got a woman. I forgot the area that makes dal puri. So you want dal puri, you got to think. That's kind of business, from the biggest business to the smallest business.
Yes.
It doesn't matter what you're doing. We're promoting it, and we're highlighting it. We're spotlighting it on the page. And you said you saw the Facebook page. I have a lot of business actually out in Guyana too. So everywhere. We've got businesses here in Canada, in the US, a couple of businesses in the UK, and a lot in Guyana. And everyone is welcome. If you're watching for the first time, you're welcome to shoot me a message on the Facebook page or on YouTube. You'll have my email there, the Guyanese Spotlight Show @gmail.com. Send in your business info. We post it up for free. You can come on here just like Ashmeed is tonight. Have a conversation. The show is aimed at giving a voice to those flyers and those posters that you see online, right?
Yes.
And if it's your business, Ashmeed, I need you to help me out. I've spoken to a lot of business owners and professionals, but they're camera shy. why would you be camera shy if you want? You got to promote your business or promote your service. Is there something you can say that reaches these people that are camera shy? Let them come on this show and talk about their services.
Not everybody can be as handsome as you know, Wazim. I mean, you got
Not me, man. As I say, I got a face for radio, you know? You know what I was saying? I don't know why I'm on the camera.
Your makeup is like Oprah, man. They're flawless, you know? You're looking nice. Not everybody can look like you. But again, right? I guess as Guyanese, we got the gift of gab, right? But again, we've been pressed down so much. We just need a little push and encouragement, right? But we were born with it. Like we have no we don't have the option of failure. We never do.
Yeah. We're brave people. We're brave people. We adapt and we can walk into any room and we can command it, right?
Yeah.
So
well, we grow up hard.
It's in us. Right? We work hard. We work hard.
We know to appreciate goodness that we get, right?
Exactly.
Does your program have a chatting area? Anybody want to ask questions? You don't have that.
So usually. So no, I have it on Facebook and YouTube, but no, I haven't seen anyone with chat. Okay. So yeah, I've got my screens up running, but tonight I've got some. Right now we have 8 total viewers on it. But what I find, because people find it hard to get live, right? So what I find, we get a lot of views after the fact. Like on YouTube, it'll probably explode in the next couple of days. We'll get a whole lot of people.
I've seen that with you. Yeah,
clicking on. Yeah.
This is the recording process. Then
the recording process. I like to do it natural. We didn't plan anything. We come on, we just have a conversation. 2 Guyanese talking. We trying to highlight stuff in our community and the good things that you're doing and the big things you've accomplished, man. I must say again, I'm very proud of you and congratulations, brother.
Well, I'm proud. I'm proud and I'm happy that we just came up with a plan to promote our community.
Oh, I'm excited already. Yes.
Right. Like
we've got a space. We've got a plan. Yeah. We'll get this done. We'll get it done.
The rich people done rich. Let's get the poor people, the small business people.
Yes.
Right. To come and work along with the big people. Like I remember when I was in office, I know that the government gave us a lot of money to subsidize housing. What we did with that money, they were building a big 4 towers. Like very expensive towers. But what we came up with in office was that we will get the people for subsidized housing and put them in the condos with everybody else. Nobody knows. So we mix them, and then you're together and you're in the elevator together, and they get to grow like that. You just amalgamate them together, right? So
I love that analogy.
Put the small, and we did it, and it worked. It worked, right? So we
I don't want to cut you, but you mentioned the chat. So on Facebook, we got a J Manifest Hales said, "What's your plan, Ash, for 2026?" So Jay Hales, I'm not sure if you know Jay.
Okay, what's my plan?
Maybe he's referring to our other conversation. So I'll let you answer that. Yeah.
Jay, May 1st, my brother. Jay Manifest Hales. May 1st, you'll know what the plans are. It's we can't do anything before May 1st, right? So, in time.
Yeah, we'll wait. You'll be on the first Wednesday, whenever that falls. Right after that, we'll have you on. This show's a weekly show. We have to talk about. We didn't touch on Men to Matter. I have to have you on a few times, and we got to talk about in 2 minutes. Can you just quickly? We're rolling up to 8:00 already. 8 minutes before the hour. So it's a great conversation. I love that. Time flew away. I didn't realize. I thought it was like 10 minutes we were talking. It just went by. So if you can touch on Men to Matter, we're going to have you on before the May 1st and you get really busy with that stuff. We're going to talk about Men to Matter, but 2 minutes, go ahead with that.
Men to Matter is an organization that I founded that we figured out in Canada, there is no support for displaced gentlemen. Like if something were to happen in a marriage and a wife has to leave home, there's multiple doors that's going to open for her, right? The Joanne's houses, the green doors, so many beautiful things that's there for women because men are supposed to be resilient and stronger. And because men have got no support, the suicide rate, 3 out of every 4 suicides are men our age. 3 out of 4 suicides are men.
Didn't know that.
The other one is everybody else. And I decided that I want to have something to support that when I had the political platform and the business platform. So I started Men to Matter. I went back to school. I studied life coaching, suicide prevention. And I do this pro bono. I fly all over the world and do public speaking on suicide prevention and encouraging men. And one little tidbit I can share about that is that, if you sit and talk to a bro, not a bro who can go and tell everybody, but Wazim is, this is, so men are men's biggest enemies. And I spend my time coaching men or trying to tell, listen, we are our biggest enemies, because if I confide in you, you can go and tell Sean, and Sean will go and tell Harry, and I see anybody laughing at me. So this is where, especially as West Indian men, we are too macho. We got to be resilient, especially. And the highest suicide rate are black men, because them is the biggest, strongest macho men. They can't look weak, right?
Yeah.
And it comes down to West Indians especially. Guyana has the highest suicide rate per capita in the world.
Now, like presently.
Guyana. We got less than 800,000 people.
Yeah.
This is so I took that. I spent all my money on doing this pro bono, and I do counseling in cool ways. I don't make it feel like counseling. I meet with the guys, we hang out, we chat, we talk. But the solution of that, 80% of your stress goes away with talking with somebody, getting it out. Who ain't gonna judge you, right? And sometimes I don't even know these guys' names. And when I do it? In the sauna, in the gym. Every day, they got sauna sessions with Ash. After we done train, we in the gym, we all in the towel, sit down, and men are breaking down and crying. But the group of guys, we know what the deal is. We listen to our brother, we cheer him up, but just him talking and having a good cry or whatever you need to do, or punch the wall or whatever. He leaves you with a big smile on his face, right? And we don't even know each other. We try not to know each other's names in the gym. So we got our own community and something that we've shared. So this is Men Too Matter, is about encouraging men to, and it's not men only matters, men too matter, because this was founded for me by women who've lost their fathers to suicide, wives who've lost their husbands, daughters. This is founded by women, not men. It's the women says, you got to do something with your platform, man, or men are dying. Victim services in Durham region, the lady told me, it's people looking like you that's in victim services, buddy. Men are assaulted and abused. Well, who you gonna tell? Somebody beat me? A woman beat me?
No man not gonna say that.
That's right? Where
that's the thing.
To be a bro, you gotta have a bro that you can talk to, and I'm always available for a coffee, whatever. Just shoot, just chill, right? So that's what. But I've traveled the world doing suicide prevention, and we're going to talk more about this.
We're going to talk about, for sure, we got to talk about that. I got to commend you again on starting that and running that. That sounds like, we have to have an hour on that and talk.
Maybe we'll have a booth at our trade show on Men to Matter and give out literature and stuff like that.
That would be great.
All right. Okay, my brother.
All right, Ash. So it's coming up to 3 minutes before 8. I got to thank all the folks that are actually watching this live. And a big thanks to those of you that are going to be watching this at a later date. I really appreciate the support on the page. As Ash said, we have to work. We have to network. We've got some plans coming up. May 17th, the first one at Wendy's Restaurant and Sports Bar on Lawrence Avenue in Scarborough. More information is on the YouTube page and also on our Facebook page of the Guyanese Owned Businesses. And Ash is on board now. We've got a property. We can actually have something in the summertime. We're gonna discuss more, and then we're gonna share it with the public. But Ash, I gotta thank you for that. I thank you for being here tonight. I know it's gonna be busy for you, leading up to May. And once we touch May, we're gonna talk again. I gotta steal you for at least 30 minutes to come on this again sometime in May.
Yes, thank you. It's fun. I didn't think I was gonna enjoy it this much. It's nice. Just chilling with a bro. It's like me getting therapy, right?
It's just like we talking on WhatsApp and on a phone call, right? It's just we have a few people might be watching us. But it's the same type of conversation and helping out the community. And we got 2 minutes more. Is there any last words you'd like to say before we say goodbye to our viewers for tonight?
So if anybody's, I know this is going to be shared a lot. And listen, we speak of, it's the Guyanese Spotlight Show, but we really want to mentor our youth, our young people, our immigrants, even those who are already born Canadian. We want to show you there's always an opportunity. Don't feel you didn't get your right slice of your pie. Let's come get it.
Yes.
Right? We're going to help you get it. Right? We've earned the right to say that because, we know the ways to slice the pie. So If Wazim, if you can share my contact number any which way or the other, that I am like 140,000 people in Ajax got my number already, so I don't mind anybody. I only have one
Yeah.
phone number.
Okay, I'll put it in the description on our YouTube channel and also on
Yes.
Facebook at the bottom.
Anybody wants
And
to
we'll
chat?
get some more information on your business too, the
Yes,
liquid granite
yes.
stuff to share on social media.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
All
Thank
right.
you.
No, thank you. And you do have a pleasant night, Ash. Take care.
Yes.
And I know we'll chat soon.
You got it, man. Thank you for having me.
All right.
Really appreciate it. My
All
love
right.
to the
Take care.
family. All right. Then.
All
Good
right.
night.
Take care. Goodbye. So that was Mr. Ashmeed Ken from Ajax, Ontario, joining us tonight. We're coming up to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Remember, some big things coming up from Ash. We can't really touch on it right now, but we will in a month from now. It's April 1st today, so I didn't fool you guys. I told you Ash is coming on. He came on. We had a great conversation. There's a lot of good stuff to talk about in the future. And next week, I'm just working and finalizing my next guest. I'll post that on the page as soon as I do find out. In the meantime, guys, take care. Have a blessed night. Take care. Enjoy the rest of the week. Until next week, it's Wazim saying goodbye from Toronto.